all the way from Carra in New South Wales. This FJ40, 9th month, 1984, is a fine example of the saying built, not bought. When John purchased this, he saw online a set of axles for sale. He went to pick them up, disc brakes, what have you, all the good stuff. Came with the chassis, and he didn't know it also come with the lower body. So the build began, and John did this on weekends at home. This was 2013. He's built this to what it is today, and this vehicle gets used. You can tell it's evolved over time too. There's a lot going on. So we'll start outside. Old school. I really dig the mesh over the lights and the old school bull bar. It's real period correct for its time. We've got some halogen lights up the front, LED up the top, and the cage. Being a Shorty, there ain't a great deal of room in there. She's pretty packed at the moment because the lads are all the way up from New South Wales. They're touring around southeast Queensland at the moment. And what do you do when you're up here? You pop in and see the guys at MrLandcruiser and show off your toys. So we'll go and have a look. Underneath this bird here is something a little bit different from the 2F. Check it out under here. This ain't no 2F. This is a Commodore 3.6 V6 engine, and it is a real tight squeeze in here, and they've done an awesome job. It's plumbed up nicely, fits just fine. There ain't no room for a battery anymore, so the battery's up the front here behind the bull bar, and that makes for some space. Under the engine bay, a few little things I've spotted. That is an 80 series power steer box. I've never seen that. I've seen, well, we do the 60 series. Most guys do the 60 series. You see the 75 series in some of them. First time I've seen an 80 series one in there, and it's plumbed up really nice. Also underneath, I've spotted a double diaphragm on the booster, and it's utilising a lot of the Commodore stuff, including the fuse boxes underneath the engine bay and also inside the vehicle. Behind it, we have the 4L60E, which is an auto box. You just get the mark adapters kit and plumb up the four-wheel drive in the transfer, and off you go. So she's not just good on the road, this thing wheels as well. Pretty impressive. But we're going to go and have a look inside and see what's going on. So there's a few things going on in here, not a great deal, but what I do want to mention is you'll see some dust here. It's pretty dusty. There's wires here and stuff hanging off here, and to me, this is sort of my favourite type of 40. Personally, the ones that have been built over years, we've been using them and touring them and wheeling and camping out of them for many, many years. So they just tell a story. They're used. It's not a glamour truck. It's just something that is well loved and not fussed if there's a bit of dust on the steering wheel. So I just dig this. And it's been modified. It has aircon. It's all plumbed up. This model comes through the centre, but John's spread it out. He's put some, I think they're out of a 60 series, some vents from a 60. He's drilled a hole in the dashboard. Probably the last owner had a taco in that hole, so he's utilised it for vents. He spread the aircon right throughout the whole thing. On the floor, you can see that it's an auto, so it's got the shift down there, and another one with the 75 series steering wheel and column to go with the power steer. That's about it. Just above my head here is your custom console, where it's just got some little clipboards, a UHF, clock, a few buttons and a few other things. That's it inside. It's just, to me, this is a well-used tourer. Very impressive. I love the dusty ones. So this thing's well equipped. The lads are up here travelling all the way from New South Wales. I don't know if you can see through the window. She is chockers full, and they've just been camping. They spent last night up on the beach at Inskip Point, a beautiful place to stay when it's not the weekend and when there's no tourists there. It's really awesome. This one, it's got a fire extinguisher inside, outside on the other side. It's just, it's all set up for touring. The awning out here, I've seen photos. They sent me some photos last night. They have like most of us, the swags underneath, and we just get out there and we use these things. This one may appear a little bit rough and ready, but I love the thing.